guys, so this week I wanted to do the reading habits book tag simply because I wanted to do a tag. I haven't really spoken that much about my reading habits and I just thought I'd do it because it's a nice and quick, easy book tag to do, and I am currently in the middle of Tome Topple and I just wanted to do a very quick video that wouldn't take that much time away from reading because I'm halfway through American Gods right now and loving it. So without further ado, here is my reading habits book tag. Question number 1, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Yes, I do. It's here. I sit on this sofa 24 hours a day, more like 18 hours a day, so that's where I sit and read because it's comfy enough. There's a footstool there. I've got the whole rest of the sofa to put my book down if I have to, or whatever. I've just got room and it's really comfy, so I sit there, and it's got quite a lot of light in here as well, so I just sit there. Question number 2, bookmarks or random piece of paper? When I was younger, random piece of paper, now bookmarks, because when I was a kid, I was always being looked after by other people, like while mum worked and stuff, and I inevitably always forgot to bring a bookmark. But I usually had some sort of chocolate or fruit pastel packet or some receipt or something on me for some reason, or I'd just find it, so I just use that. Nowadays I'm more of a bookmark kind of person because I mostly read in the house because I don't go out that much, and I've got a whole load of bookmarks up here somewhere, like on this top shelf out of shot, and I've also currently got one in my American Gods book at the moment, so now I'm mostly a bookmark person, but I used to be a bit of an anything I can stick in a book and keep it flat person. Question number 3, can you just stop randomly in the middle of a book, or do you have to read a certain amount of chapters or pages? I don't set myself a number of pages to read a day or a number of chapters to read a day. I just read however much I can manage in that day, but if I have to stop reading for whatever reason, say to go to lunch or just stop for the day, I like finishing at the end of a chapter, because if I don't finish the chapter I feel weird, so I really like finishing chapters. Question number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? I'm not really a fan of eating while reading. I have to put the book down, then eat whatever I'm eating, then pick the book back up again, but I do always have a bottle of water on me, and I can generally have the book held in one hand while unscrewing the lid on the water and sorting out everything I need to do with the water in the other. Question number 5, music or TV while reading? Neither. I cannot listen to music or have the TV on or anything while reading. I need complete silence, or as close to silence as possible. Like if a van is going past the window or there's kids outside playing, that's fine, I can read through that, but I cannot read with the TV on. The only time I can read when there's either music playing or the TV's on is if I'm in a separate room to that and I've got the doors closed, so I can only hear sort of minor mumblings because I cannot concentrate otherwise. Question number 6, one book at a time or several at once? One book at a time, because my brain cannot cope otherwise. Literally can't cope unless I'm only reading one at a time. Unless we're talking about fan fiction, then I've got about 13 on the go at the moment. I think I've got like 13 fanfics on the go that I'm currently reading, and about 10 authors I'm subscribed to, and I'll read anything they come up with, and especially ongoing series and stuff. But if it's an actual physical book, then I can only read one at a time, otherwise I get really confused. Question number 7, reading at home or everywhere? When I was a kid, everywhere. Now at home. I sometimes bring a book out with me because at the moment I'm very, very poor, so I usually, if I'm going to the cinema around mid-morning, I get my mum to drive me into town when she goes to work, then I sit outside the cinema on the cold hard floor and read until my best friend turns up or until the film starts or whatever. So that's the only time I read outside the house. If I'm out anywhere else, I generally don't bring a book and I don't read. Occasionally I used to at uni. I did occasionally read in the canteen at uni, and I've done it a couple of times at mum's work, but I find that quite loud and I have to find the book really engrossing to actually focus on it. But other than that, I read exclusively in the house. Question number 8, reading out loud or silently in your head? Silently in my head. I can't read out loud. I I'm dyslexic, right? But I have a different kind of dyslexia where the letters and the words don't move around for me or anything. It's more that if I read out loud, I start stuttering. And it's terrible because I can read perfectly fine in my head. If I try to read anything, literally anything out loud, I start struggling. I've got the questions for all of the tag videos written down here on my laptop, and I struggle to read those out loud. So let alone reading an entire book, I just can't do it. So I just have to read inside my head, otherwise I'm just going to stutter through it and it's going to really bug me. Question number 9, do you read ahead or skip pages? No, if I've started reading a book, I'm going to read it in a linear fashion the whole way through. I'm not skipping pages or anything like that. The only time I'm going to go to the end is either to read the acknowledgements because I find them quite interesting, or to check how many pages there definitely are in this edition, because sometimes my Goodreads gives me a different edition and I can't really be bothered to find the right one. So that's the only time I actually skip to the end. If I do skip to the end to see the page number, I do not read the last sentence or anything. I just read the page number, then go back to where I am. Question number 10, breaking the spines or keeping it like new. See, I try to keep books like new, but quite a lot of the time the spines end up creased anyway from where I'm holding it open so much. So basically I'm sort of in the middle. I don't physically try to break the spines. I try to keep my books as pristine as possible, but sometimes it doesn't go that well. I mean, the pages are never falling out or anything, but I do end up with creased spined books quite a lot. And question number 11 is, do you write in your books? Hell no. Just hell no. I'm not writing in any book ever. I never write in my books. The only time I've had to write in books is for school, and it broke me. I absolutely hated highlighting and writing in books. Couldn't stand it. I like to keep things pristine and nice. I don't annotate books or anything like that. If I've got a thought about a certain line or something, I write it on Goodreads or in a review or something. Other than that, I'm not going to touch the inside of the book apart from to hold open the pages. And that is the end of the Reading Habits book tag, which actually went really quickly considering the timer on my phone is telling me that I've been going for less than 11 minutes. So I'm quite proud of that one. I usually waffle. But anyway, I'm just going to wrap it up here so I can go back to American Gods and finish Tome Topple, or at least get further into my Tome Topple goals. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below with any of your answers because I'd love to know them. I'll also leave the links down below to all of my social media if you want to check any of those out. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here. And over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time, guys, bye.